Have you been keeping Ray's secret from the beginning? Did you know about the parentage? Like, tell me about that journey of when you found out.
No. At the beginning, there was toying with like an Obi-Wan connection, and then it really went, there were like different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. And then it came to episode 9, and JJ pitched me the film and was like, oh yeah, Palpatine's granddaddy. And I was like, awesome. And then 2 weeks later, he was like, oh, we're not sure. So it kept changing. So then even I was filming and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
But this was incredible.
Fuck you!
You know, like I say, I didn't know it was going to be bought by Disney, because this was summer of 2012. Then they announced that Disney had bought Lucasfilm around Halloween, which would have been October 30th. It was announced, and you know, we didn't know who the director was going to be, and then they announced J.J. Abrams, and it all came out. It was all very, very exciting, and I hope people are happy. It seems like, because in Hollywood, remember, kids, it's not important if it's of high quality, only if it makes money. Now, I don't want to, I mean, a good example would be Transformers. And to be completely fair to Michael Bay, I have never seen a Transformers film. I know they're among the highest grossing films in Hollywood history. I saw a trailer, and I'm too old to process that much information. I mean, the thing looked like it was edited in the Cuisinart. If you try and count 1,000, 2 1,000, and it's just mind-boggling. And they're cutting everywhere where you don't know where you are. I mean, it's cinema of bewilderment, you know. But what I'm saying is, they keep making. All I'm saying is, I've never met anybody that's my age or probably even your age that say, "Oh, I love that movie." You know, most people are disparaging of that particular franchise. But they keep making them because they make huge amounts of money. And oh my God, I just realized this is all on film. But my larger point was, it doesn't matter if it's good as long as it makes money. So because The Force Awakens made a lot of money, I can't be, it's not ergo, it's good.
Fade in.
No, God!
Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in. Fade in.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
I am the type of Star Wars fan that doesn't even have a favorite movie. I just want to live in the universe of Star Wars continually, in perpetuity, forever. So when people are like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I'm like, there is no Star Wars movie. There is only Star Wars.
I'm gonna kill myself! I'm going to kill myself, and it's your fault!
The sequel movies were just the worst garbage ever. Last Jedi was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to leave the theater, but I was like, I can't. It's Star Wars. You know, I need to watch it. But man, was that bad.
I think that the thing that George never did was maintain the status quo. And I think that that's really important because...
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character.
Who is this guy? How did the most optimistic, hopeful character in the galaxy turn into this hermit who says it's time for the Jedi to end? I read that and I said, what? I mean, that's not what a Jedi does. I mean, a Jedi is optimistic. A Jedi has tenacity. He never gives up. He doesn't secrete himself on an island. But you'll...
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Where are your parents? Kid's sketchy. Back to you guys.
So they wanted us to keep going. That Star Wars girl said, keep going. Okay, so...
Wait, what are we talking about?
I figured out how to monetize social justice warriors.
I have no love for He-Man.
I know, but I have no love for He-Man either, but he's got a place in the world, in a comic book story.
When I was a kid, I'd watch He-Man and Masters of the Universe when I got home from school. From 1981 to 82, it was a rich...
I'm kind of retarded.
to all of our Star Wars fans in China.
What's up, everyone? I just found these to put these on. It's hot in here, I'm going to say. So, I don't know. Should I stream with these glasses? Should I be one of those cool kids that's got glasses when I stream? I mean, they're kind of dirty, actually. Look how dirty these are. For those that don't know, I was born without a tear duct. I had surgery when I was a kid. And what they did, they basically gave me a little gauge. See in there? So I just have this hole that drains water. And I can breathe out of it. But the problem is when I talk or laugh or breathe, I guess, little bits of water squirt out and it ends up getting on the inside of my glasses. So it's a pain in the ass. You can ask Cecil and Drunk 3PO. They've both been with me in person. Actually, memories just popped up on my phone. Like 4 years ago, I was at Universal Studios with both of them. So good times back when everyone was friends and everyone got along. But yeah, they've seen it. They can attest to it in person. But yeah, it's like 10,000 degrees in here. So bear with me if you guys see me start to melt. But what's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday. We didn't do the Landing Party Show, which is the stream I do before this. It's on Graham Nolan's channel every week, and we review an episode of Star Trek, the original series. That's me and Graham Nolan, the co-creator Bane, Aaron Lopresti, famous comic book artist, and Ron Garney, again, another famous comic book artist. People have teased it's like 3 men and a little lady, and I was like, oh, make those memes. That's fun. That's what they used to say about Jack Show. But this week, or actually, it was supposed to be last week, we were supposed to have the famous Mark Miller on, or some people say Mark Millar, but he's confirmed that it's Miller. He was supposed to be on. So because whenever he's on, because he's in Scotland, we have to change it to be on Thursdays at 3 p.m. my time. Last time I thought it was 6 p.m. because I just read, 6 o'clock, but that's Eastern time. So it's 3 p.m. my time. So we had to move it. But then last week, StreamYards was having some kind of conniption fit and nobody could stream. So Graham couldn't get it to work. So we're like, okay, let's just move it, which was kind of good for me because I was at the pool. I was out of town all last week. So I've been MIA the past 2 weeks, it feels like. So what happened in my life was we re-roofed our house, and that doesn't mean we hired people out. We're Portuguese, so we do all the work ourselves. So Peaches' father, so my father-in-law, and then Peaches' twin were over at my house 2 weeks ago now, and his father's actually here for like a week and a half. And so what they had to do was they had to take off the roof and then put on the new roof, and that was a lot of work because Peaches thought there was only one layer of shake on it, so it was the old roof, and then this is all boy terminology. I don't know what the hell it means, but apparently on our roof, because we desperately needed a new roof, so they took off the old, I don't know, that sandpaper looking stuff. They took that off, and underneath that was 2 layers of wooden shingles and shake. So I guess that's a lot. So we had this giant bin that was like 70 feet long and like 20 feet high. The guys completely filled it up. And Peaches' dad was like looking in here and he's like, we got this big bin, and if there's anything you want to get rid of, cough, cough. And I'm like, I'm not getting rid of my action figures. I'm not getting rid of them. So just forget about that. But there was no room. It was completely full. And so Peaches had no idea that that there was 2 levels of that. And again, probably boys in the chat know what the hell I'm talking about. I just like, okay, that's a lot of shit. And on top of that, so once they got everything off, there was all these nails. So all of those boys had to go and like either bang out those nails or like bang it in. So it was hell. So I was gone for a week because I didn't have a roof. I have a roof now, but over my shed, I did not have a roof because it's literally just like the wood and I guess the shingle thingies. So in here in my shed, I didn't have a roof. Now I have a roof. And so yeah, I was gone for the week. And then literally right after my father-in-law left, we had 1 day of kind of relaxation. And then my stepdaughter was graduating 8th grade. So what did we have to do? Well, she graduated on Wednesday. And for reference, everyone, my stepdaughter lives up with her mother in Fresno. And before I get people spamming my freaking chat like, because everyone gets so offended that I have a stepdaughter. And they're like, oh, he'll always have a relationship with the mom. You don't understand. Okay, guys, for those that are going to yell at me in my chat and leave me nasty comments, my stepdaughter was the product of a one-night stand, and her mother is a lesbian. Yes, I know it doesn't make sense, but that's That's how it is. There was never any relationship there. Don't have to worry about that. That ain't ever gonna happen. But so that information aside, before everyone goes and like leaves me weird comments. So my stepdaughter was graduating on Wednesday, and she had like an awards banquet on Tuesday morning at 8:30 in the morning. We live in Southern California, Huntington Beach kind of area, if you guys want to look at a map of California. So we had to drive basically from Huntington Beach all the way up to Fresno and had to get there at 8 in the morning. So we left our house Tuesday at 4 in the morning. So I really didn't get a break. So we left and we drove all the way up to Fresno. We went to her award. We like literally made it right in time. And then the next day was her graduation. And then it was Peaches' weekend with her. So instead of driving all the way back down here and driving all the way back up, we just stayed on Thursday and Friday. We picked her up and then we went to his parents' house, which is very far up in Northern California. And then we did that on Father's Day. We dropped her back off in Fresno on Sunday and then came down here. So I've been doing a lot of traveling, which is why I have been MIA. Some people, I know after my last stream, I was kind of down and like talking about like how I was upset, which I was. I feel like, and like I said in my last stream, people are really frustrated with one another. And because I'm kind of in the middle, and I'm one of those people that I guess I just can't keep my mouth shut sometimes. And like, if you're going to talk shit about my friends, especially in front of me, I'm not going to sit by and let you talk shit about my friends. So, and even if you are my friend and you're talking shit about my other friend, like I understand not everyone agrees, not everybody gets along, but, so I was standing up for my friends and my other friends that were upset. I feel like they kind of dogpiled on me and took it out on me. It is what it is. I shouldn't, take it personally. So I guess I was a little melancholy in my last stream, but that's because it was fresh. Now that's been 2 weeks and I've had a break. I don't really care. I'm just like, I know where we stand kind of thing. And I still don't think it's right to take out your frustration about somebody else on me. But like I said, I'm not really a punching bag, and I don't really, I don't really take too kindly to that kind of shit. So I said what I said. Everybody knows how everybody feels, and it is what it is. But I was not gone because I was depressed or anything. I literally had shit going on in my life. And so like, I know the internet, I guess it might seem like everybody just constantly lives on the internet, which don't get me wrong. I was on Twitter. I was trolling. I was having fun, which my video tomorrow, I just filmed it today. I pissed off Twitter because I posted my weight loss journey and they all lost their minds. I couldn't do a video on it at the time because I didn't have a roof and I was out of town. So that video will be up tomorrow. So yes, I was still having fun trolling on Twitter. I'm so addicted to Instagram. So I was on Instagram a lot. I like watching art videos and like cute animal videos. And now I'm getting in. I know a lot of people don't like AI, but I love the AI where it's like, this is what Lord of the Rings would look like if it was made in the 50s. And I'm like, why can't this be real? Why can't this be real? On behalf of John, thank you, Anna. Okay. So let's talk about that. For those that don't know, so like I said, I was out of town last week and I was in the pool all day Thursday. My mom and my brother came down to my friends that we stay with when we're up in Fresno. They live in like this community that has a pool. It's like a nice gated community. And so my mom and brother came down. They didn't care about me. They just wanted to see my baby. So me and the baby were swimming. My mom and my brother were there, hanging out, chilling. And I was obviously swimming in a bikini because that's what girls wear. And I realized, I'm like, oh shit, I have that Star Trek stream, which you guys almost got to see me do 2 streams in a bikini, but that failed. But so I literally had like jumped out of the pool and walked back to the house, set up my laptop and all that. And then I was on stream for the Jack show. And listen, not all heroes wear capes. And not that I call myself a hero, but John definitely did. And so did people in the chat. I read all of the comments. You guys were all very happy with me. I was in a great mood. I think that was my problem. Everyone's like, ooh, low effort Anna, or Anna's phoning in. Well, yeah, when I'm not very happy, I don't really want to be places. I want to be social. But guess what? I was in a great mood. I just had a nice catch up with my mom and my brother. My baby was being super sweet. I got to swim and I love, 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 love swimming. I'm terrified of water, but it was like one of those pools that doesn't get very deep. But anyways, I was swimming. So I did the Jack show in a bikini. And I said, I just realized my name on here is, let me remove this. It's still from the Star Trek thing from last week. But so what I did was, let me get my screen all correct here. Here we go. So why is that not on here? There we go. So I said, every time John gets a $50 super chat, I will stand up because people obviously wanted to see me in a bikini. And if a John gets $100 super chat, I'll like stand up and do jumping jacks or dance around. So guess what happened? John got not one, not two, but three $100 super chat. So John, I guess, took this $300 and went to a casino. And I said, see, I care about my friends. Not all heroes wear capes. And then apparently John lost it all. So that failed. That epically failed. Darth Danger Zone, thank you for the 5. Good to see you back and doing solo streams again. Yes, guys, thank you. I'm glad you're happy to see me back. Guys, every Wednesdays at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'm doing my show TSWG Live. This is my 5th episode. Yay! So yeah, keep that on your calendar if you guys are interested in watching. So thank you, Darth Danger Zone. Russell Hall, thank you for the 5. The world might be ending soon. Do you really want to check out without ever knowing the sweet, sweet taste of oh my God. God damn it, Russell. Yes, I do. I don't need to know anything about that. Let's see. Okay, so that happened. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, I guess we can just go through the timeline. It was Father's Day. I wish William Shatner a happy Father's Day. He usually responds to me. He didn't this time. Very sad about that. Shane launched a new comic book, which I missed. I'm really upset about missing it, but I did go and back it. I want to back it more, but I did back the 24-hour cover to help him out. I'll either back on the very first day or the very last day. That's how I like to back campaigns. I like to add to that number. I know I'm one of those people. But so I did back his 24-hour cover, and I'll probably go back and I'll just ask him on like the last day, like which one has everything, and I'll just probably buy that one. For those that don't know, I do back a lot of comics. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on indie comic books, specifically Comicsgate stuff. But if I see anything else that's like not CG, I do. If it really catches my interest, I will back it. But I typically don't back stuff on Kickstarter. There was this Faust omnibus I really, really, really wanted, but it was only on Kickstarter, and I didn't back it. And that's out of loyalty to John Malin, because John is my friend. Yeah. So, but going back, Shane's book, if my mods have the link in the chat, go and back it. I really like this Dale cover. I'm not the biggest fan, though, of this guy. I don't know. It's kind of scary. Like, I'm not scared of it, but I feel like a kid would be scared of it. I don't know. It's probably the villain, which is probably why it looks scary. It kind of freaks me out. Like, I don't know why. I feel like, I don't know if you guys know this about me. I am very weird, but I can't, I have to sleep with like my arms out. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I can't sleep with my arm hanging off the bed because I'm terrified like a shark is going to come through my floor and like bite it off. And this makes me think of like something that's under my bed and is going to bite my arm off. So it kind of freaks me out. But I think that was the goal because Dale likes drawing monsters. So that kind of freaks me out. But I guess that's the point. So very successful cover. And this one, you know, you got boobs and butt here. And I don't know if this is supposed to be Alex or not. I definitely know this guy. I'm not familiar with this character off the top of my head. I did really like, I would highly recommend if you guys are buying, especially CG books, if they have, what is it called? It's not like the main comic book, but it's another comic book that comes along with it. I cannot remember what it's called. What's it in the chat, guys? Supplemental. The supplemental books, always buy those. And because I really like Shane's supplemental stories. Like he had one that was kind of like aliens. It was in the last book. And then he did have an anatomic supplemental book, which I really liked. And then it was, what was the other one? I can't remember from the first campaign because it's been so long. But looks cool. I did back Shane's campaign. So go and back it. I felt bad that I wasn't able to go on stream because I had stuff going on when he launched it. I did watch all of those streams. I was able to catch up on it. Oh, and I would like to point out, because I need to bring this up, John was commenting that my knees look weird. I would like everyone to know my knees are double jointed. I know it's fucking weird. I can like move my kneecap to side and like move it around. It's weird. That's why my knees look weird. But I would like to point that out. There was something from one of those streams. I'll tell them tomorrow on Jack's show, which I think I'm hosting. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm hosting it. Let's see. What was I gonna check? Okay. Oh yeah. I don't know if I can show this, but I went to Lila. Lila does this show. It's like a burlesque show with midgets, and as you guys know, I really like midgets. And I went to Lila's show, so we were in Fresno, and what's better than on Father's Day, taking my husband to go see a bunch of midget burlesque dancers? He was like kind of weirded out by it at first, but he ended up having a lot of fun. Actually, the Filipino midget, she was like jumping off the stage onto people, and Lila upgraded us to like the most VIP, and Peaches got jumped on by a Filipino midget. And I was so mad because my camera stopped working, so I didn't get a video of it, but I got a picture. So it's hilarious. I was laughing at him so and we're like, how did she not break? But there's a picture of me and Lila. Usually, I hate taking pictures. Like, I'm so self-conscious in photos. Like, it is a video. You guys get me. You guys get my like personality. But photos, I'm like, but this, I love this photo. And then Peaches actually took this one while we were taking this photo. Peaches took this one, and I was like, I actually like that photo. It's a good photo. But so yeah, I went and saw that. So if you guys, it's called. What is it called? I have it tagged on here. Micro Maidens. If you guys have a chance to go see it, it's a really fun show. So I would highly, highly recommend. Poor Peaches has to endure for love. He had fun. It was funny. Lila is taller than Anakin Park. I'm sitting down. I'm sitting in chairs. Trust me, I am taller than Lila. I am, I promise. Mark, sorry, thank you for the 10. What's up, Mark? Welcome back, Anna. How's the little one doing? What do you think of the scene they released from Superman movie? Lois seems really bossy. Okay, I'm going to talk about that. But first, she's wonderful. She's the best baby. Everyone always compliments me on the fact that I have like the best and the most well-behaved baby. She's so sweet. She's actually starting to make more noise. Now she's like, wah! And guess what? She had her half birthday, and I found a candle that was one half. And so I thought all the boys were going to fight me on this because when my brother and father-in-law were over, it was her half birthday. So they both have celiac disease. And my husband's twin is he got juvenile diabetes, so he really can't have anything gluten. And then of course Peaches' father has a celiac, so that means you can't have gluten. So Peaches had got like gluten-free cake, and so I made gluten-free cupcakes, and we had like a little half birthday party for the baby. Maybe I'll post a picture of like the cupcakes and the candles, but it was so sweet. And I was like, I cannot believe I had my baby 6 months ago. I cannot believe it. But thank you, Mark, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Ghost of Valhalla, thank you for the 5. Hey, Anna, great to see you streaming again and glad to see you happy once more. We need more happy Anna. Also saw your tweet of long hairy Henry. He is perfection. I can play that. I can play that later. Darth Danger Zone, thank you for the 2. How quick did John lose that money on the tables? Apparently really quickly. I'm very disappointed. I can't believe it. Ads 80, thank you for becoming a new member. For those that don't know, I put all of my streams on the members only. And so if you guys want to watch this on the repeat, go ahead and become a member of my channel. And if you guys don't mind waiting 24 hours to watch it again on YouTube, I upload it onto my secondary channel. That's Star Wars Girl Live. The link is in the description. Or you guys can watch me over on Rumble. Hello to everyone on Rumble that's watching. I am currently live on Rumble, I believe, as well. Oh, yeah, I am. Let me read this Rumble rant. Dead Eye Z Lock S. Thank you for the Rumble rant. Hi, Anna. Glad you're doing okay in the middle of chaos. Stay happy and aware. Well, thank you. I think that's referring to what's going on right now. I don't like to talk about politics, but apparently shit's going crazy. Shit's hitting the fan over in the Middle East. Nina kind of gave me a rundown for those that don't know. My friend Nina, her channel is Nina Infinity. She's actually from Iran. And then I guess like they moved to Canada when she was a kid. So she kind of grew up in Canada. And then her and her husband live in Mexico. But her and her husband are both from Iran. And apparently shit's hitting the fan. She kind of gave me the down low. And I was like, ignorance is bliss. This is a whole lot of freaking drama. And this is how I explained it. Like we were talking about it. And I'm like, okay, it sounds like a bunch of spoiled children fighting over toys. And you know when like a toddler throws a tantrum and like throws their toys? I feel like that's what's going on. But it's a bunch of like toddlers throw temper tantrums, but they're all full grown men. And the toys they're throwing are actually like weapons of mass destruction. So, and we all have to deal with it. We need to take the toys away from the children. You know, just everybody go in a timeout and take a nap. Like, I feel like that's what we all have to do, but that's not going to happen. Reswell, thank you for that. Did you happen to notice the cover where Shane clearly spent a lot of time penciling the fine details of Anatomic's camel toe? He was in the zone. And he knows what his audience likes, man. Thank you for the super chat, Russell. Saw one. Thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you. Ads 80. Thank you for the Australian 5. Anna has been through so much, yet she keeps on fighting. Plenty of people should take a leaf from Anna's book. Oh, thank you. Speaking of my book, shameless plug, guys. The Eye Project. Thank you to John for helping me close out the Eye Project. It closed out with $7,777, but we've made $8,249 altogether. Guys, go and back my book if you haven't already. For those that don't know, I spent the past 4 years painting eyes. I've actually over 200, but this book is going to contain all of these eyes you see right here. So this is 100 eyes. So each eye took me about 4 hours. So 4 hours times 100, or 4 times 100. You guys want to do the math there? That's a lot. That's a lot of time, right? Very simple math. I would say about 4 hours. You guys all watch it. I painted all of these live, so you guys all saw how this all went. And so I'm turning this into a hardcover book. And shout out to Graham and Aaron for getting me a really legit printer to work with. So I'm really excited about this. We did meet the funding goal, so I am able to make this a possibility. So I am leaving this up. So if you guys still want to back it, you guys can. But I appreciate every single person that came out and helped and supported me and helped me make this book a reality. So it's happening. It's freaking happening. I'm so excited about it, and I'm leaving it up. So you guys, if you guys still want to come out and support me, you guys can. So go and back the Eye Project. I would sincerely appreciate it. Now, let me read a couple more of these that came in. Daniel John 19, thank you for the $4.99. I'm struggling with drawing faces from photographs, especially smiles. Recommendations? Yeah, stop drawing from photographs and draw from real life. So I would say focus on shapes first. So if you're having trouble drawing mouths, it is a perspective problem. And I would open up Photoshop and do a little sample for you, but that will kill my computer because I have a video rendering in the background. If I open one more program, it's going to get messed up. But I would focus on drawing spheres. So learn how to draw spheres, and by just, I don't know, draw. They say to do it 200 times. Obviously, I did it, the eyes, you got to do it 200 times to master something. But you need to basically start by drawing off basic shapes. So spheres, cubes, cones, cylinders. And once you master drawing basic, shapes, then it'll make everything you draw from there so much easier. We had this, I had one friend in college. He actually is one of the designers for Under Armour. He designs their shoes. And everybody called him Cube because he spent every day just drawing cubes over and over and over and over again. So, once you practice the basics, so, wax on, wax off, then you can do the karate. You can draw the faces. There's plenty of really good tutorials out there, but this is more of a question for my art channel. And I think that's as much in depth I can get right now because I'm not set up to do like an art tutorial. But thank you for the super chat. I hope that helped a little bit. Adds 80, thank you for the 2. All that hard work paid off. Way to go, Anna. Thank you. I think you're talking about either the Eye Project or the weight loss. I'm not sure, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, what was I going to talk about? We are going to talk about Superman and Lois. Superman and Lois. Also, everyone, please smash the like button if you guys haven't already. Also, I don't know if you guys see down here at the bottom, I have some links to all of my socials. Go and follow me before we get into it. So, guys, I got shadow banned a few years ago on my Instagram because I was really depressed about my sister dying. And I was posting like a bunch of inspirational quotes on my story because I'm like, maybe other people are going through hard times like I am and they need to see this. And it did help me feel better. But because I was posting like live, laugh, love, I got shadow banned. So I was getting like 1,000 followers a week and huge engagement to like nothing. I did just post a video or a picture today. I don't see it. Where's my freaking video? I just posted a video today. Let me refresh. I posted a video or a picture of like us at the zoo. I had to like, here we go. I edited out my baby's face. But see, there's me and my baby at the zoo. We got to, look at, there's a baby monkey. Baby monkey, look at. my baby, and there's a tiger. I wanted to send this to Shane because, the whole tiger thing. And it was the day he launched his campaign. But look, this is my baby. This is the most you'll ever see of my baby. But that's my little girl. She's a little sweet baby. We got to see the baby lions. There's the daddy lion right there, my little lion. And then we got to see the baby elephants. It was so sweet. And there's my baby. Look, you guys can kind of see her little toothless smile. There's my baby. But so if you look on the insights on this, you guys will see like only 1% of non-followers see my posts. Now, if I go all the way down to, like 6 years ago, before I got shadow banned, you guys are going to see the huge drop off because I got hardcore shadow banned because, again, I got flagged for sharing live, laugh, love memes, and that got me flagged for spreading misinformation about COVID. And I'm like, go fuck yourself, Instagram. And there's like no way to fix it. When did I do this? Was it then? No, it was before this. Here, I'm going to go find it. I'm going to post. Okay, let's see. How long ago was this? Okay, yes, there's my stuff about my sister getting to the depression. Was it here? No. When was it? Okay, well, maybe we'll look at this one. What's engagement? No insight available. Fuck you. You're not. Damn it. All right, well, whatever. Just believe me. My engagement used to be great, and now it sucks. Maybe on my reels. You guys can see it. Like, look. Oh, actually, here's a good one. Look at 692,000 fucking views on this, like the stupidest video ever. So for whatever reason, after this, I got super flagged. How did this get me almost 1 million views, right? But so I got hardcore flagged. So if you guys are on Instagram, go and follow me. It's that Star Wars Girl 77. I also made a backup account. So this I post behind the scenes and like never before seen photos from my cosplay shoots, which now that I've lost all the weight, I am getting back into cosplay. So you guys can go and check out my cosplay Instagram. It's TSWG cosplay. I do also have a TikTok I made because there are some bitches that were stealing my videos and impersonating me on TikTok, and there was no way for anyone to report them if I wasn't on TikTok. So I did make 2 posts over on TikTok, so you guys can go follow me on TikTok. It's just Anna That Star Wars or Anna TSWG because some bitches stole my fucking handle. So there's already other chicks called That Star Wars Girl. So F them bitches. But I had to go and do this. So go and follow me over there. And now let's go back to the. Where is it? Where's the thing? Oh, yeah. Okay. Apparently, this dude is going to play James Bond, or they're eyeing him for James Bond. And guys, we already had an uggo James Bond. Daniel Craig is probably one of the most ugly men I have ever seen in my life. He is so fucking fugly. Like, I don't understand. So he's a butterface. Like, he's got a amazing body, very yoked, very good. But his face, holy crap, he's hideous. So not James Bond material, in my opinion. I'm also kind of biased. I don't like blonde hair or blue eyes. That's not my thing. I like dark features. That's good. Antonio Banderas, perfection, right? This mofo is so ugly. He looks like a fucking alien. Like, put some alien makeup on him and it works, right? I feel like he kind of looks like a Vulcan, actually. Like, even with like the haircut, just put some points on his ears and like shave off the ends of his eyebrows, and he's a goddamn Vulcan. So there is no way in hell. Like Spock should not be James Bond. This ugly mofo should not be James Bond. We already have. Look at everyone's dropping the pictures. Henry is perfect James Bond. This mofo looks like a fucking alien. James Bond is not supposed to look like an alien. James Bond is supposed to be handsome. He's so handsome, like every single woman in the world falls for him. Like, I'm sorry. This dude walks in, he's not going to get every single woman in the world. Like, that's the thing about James Bond. He is like just dripping with sex appeal that when he walks in a room, every single hoe in that room is dropping it for James freaking Bond. No one is dropping it for this dude. And then people were pointing out that he's gay. And I'm like, I mean, there's plenty of men that are gay that have played womanizers. Like, look at Neil Patrick Harris on How I Met Your Mother. He's super gay. and he was playing the ladies' man. You got Niles, I can't remember the actor's name, from Frasier, and he's like all in love with Daphne. Like, so I'm not hating on whatever the sexuality is of the actor in real life, but at the end of the day, this mofo looks like an alien. He's not James Bond. Okay, let's go through some Star Wars news. So I read this, and I was like, this is one of the most retarded things I've ever read. So since I had to suffer through it, now you guys have to too. So it says, I'll read it to you if you guys can't see it on the screen. Let's see. Yoda's approval of Avar Kriss and Elzar Mann. Who Elzar Mann? This is so stupid. Let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, so basically what this post is apparently there's some love story between this chick and this dude in the Disney terrible fan fiction High Republic series. And then, so he is defending that Yoda approves of their love, but not of Anakin and Padme. And it's like, are you fucking serious? So this is what this mofo says. Yoda's approval of Avar Kriss and Elzar Mann's relationship, but not of Anakin and Padme's, makes sense, says Charles Soule. With Avar and Elzar, it's love without question. It's romantic. It's physical. It's definitely love. Oh, and Anakin and Padme's weren't? Give me a fucking break, man. But there are also two sides to that coin. And with Anakin and Padme, it was deeply attached. I just like want to bang my head into the screen. Shane Raid. Was Shane streaming? What's up, Shane Davis? Let's see. An attachment create fear because it creates... Oh, wait. Love and attachment create fear because it creates fear of loss. That is what the Jedi really, really, really are worried about. Motherfucker is so goddamn stupid. Because if you have people who have been trained to be so powerful and potentially dangerous and destructive as the Jedi are, as a master of the Force, the idea that they could become corrupt and start using the power for selfish reasons is something the Jedi are afraid of. Love is something that needs to be handled very delicately within that construct. So you're telling me, okay, Padme was not Force sensitive. Padme was not a Jedi. Padme's power was her intelligence and her status within the Galactic Senate. Anakin was the mofo with powers. So let's just say this mofo or this hoe got pissed off. What the fuck is going to happen? Imagine if they broke up. And you guys can go probably find it on my channel. I did a dramatic reading of one of the very shitty Star Wars comics. And I did different voices for each character, which was absolute hell. I have a new respect, or when I did that, I had a new respect for voice actors after that, because it was not easy. It was not easy. So imagine this chick, from what I've read, is the most stuck-up fucking cunt with the biggest goddamn stick up her ass, bigger than this freaking lightsaber. So you're telling me that this bitch that they always draw angry, she's like an angry Karen. You're telling me, which originally, this is still when all the Brie Larson shit was going on. It was like they made that so that way Brie Larson could be in Star Wars and play this character. It was so freaking obvious. So you're telling me one of them doesn't go bad? One of them can't get corrupt like Anakin? Do you know how many goddamn Oh wait, no, let me stop that. They don't know. They never read Star Wars. They don't know shit about Star Wars. Remember, Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know about any Star Wars books. And I remember years ago, for those that don't remember this, I don't think I ever advertised it. So years ago, I got invited onto a Side Scrollers stream, and I was not told that I was going to be on a debate stream. I was just told, so Blabs hit me up and she's like, hey, Anna, like, do you want to come on? We're doing like a Star Wars show. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And again, my fault. I got the times mixed up because I'm over here in California and I just assume everything is California time. But it wasn't California time. I think it was like Central time. So I showed up a little late. But I didn't know I was showing up to a debate stream. And so I show up and they're fucking debating. And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you should tell. Like, don't present it as like, oh, this is just going to be like a fun, chill Star Wars show. It's like, if we're going to have a full-on debate, like, tell me so I can prep. So I just showed up, and it was one of those streams where, like, I just sat there and didn't add anything because it's like, one, there's no chance to talk, and two, I wasn't told that. I mean, I can debate, but it was, I was not, I just went in and I was like, I'm not prepared for a debate, so I'll just sit back with popcorn and make a funny comment here and there. Rhino was actually the one that told me that it was a debate stream, and I was like, well, thanks. So yeah. So that was the only time I was on that channel, and I don't think I haven't been invited back since, probably because I showed up late and I was not prepared. But I was not told that it was a debate stream. In my defense, like the timing being off was me. Everything else, that was not my fault. I will stand by that. But oh no, there was people defending. Oh, so Kathleen Kennedy made this statement like, we don't have 800-page novels, and someone was like, there aren't any 800-page novels of Star Wars, and I'm like, bitch, that defense. I should have said this, but I didn't. I shouldn't have said the bitch part though. But this is me now saying it to be sarcastic and adding to my charm. But okay, you do realize that page count depends on the size of the paper and the size of the font. So there technically could be 800-page Star Wars novels if you printed the pages really tiny and made the letters really, really big. I would just like to point that out. So page size does not matter. Okay, Daddy's got her. So yeah, I would just like to point that shit out. But anyways, from what I have read of this, it's retarded. Also, like all of the authors blocked me, and the British guy, the very obnoxious British guy who I read and reviewed his comic, he blocked me, and then he talked shit about me. He lied and said that I came into his comment section and was fighting with people, which is not true. I never went into his comment section. He actually had me blocked before I even knew who the fuck he was. So yeah, that was not true. Big fucking liar, scaredy cat. And that's, guess what? He unblocked me because the only time he ever got any kind of traction was after he lied about me, and I posted about him fucking lying about me with screenshots because I was blocked, and this is before Elon owned Twitter. So I don't have a good relationship with any of the people that have written the shitty High Republic fan fiction Star Wars stuff, except I will say this, Claudia Gray seems like a nice person. I followed her on her Instagram. She actually engages with people and answers questions. She's the one for my intro when they say, may the force be with you, and she goes like this. She just comes off to me as like a nice old lady that just got a job and got this like great job opportunity and took it. She doesn't seem to be like malicious at all, and she doesn't really engage or fight with people. She just seems like, again, a nice old lady that got a job and just accepted a job. And she's even like, she does like little questions on Instagram, and I've asked her questions. She's responded very nicely. So Claudia Gray was the only one from like the new Star Wars writing team that seemed like a nice person that wasn't like just trying to fight with people. So I will say that. I'll give credit where credit's due. Charles Soule, I guess my friend Ethan has like hung out with him or knows him from cons and stuff. But this is one of the most retarded comments I've ever read. So I did want to point that out and share it with you, because if I had to read it and suffer, I'm sorry, I got to share it with all of you. Let me read some of these. Rimru23, thank you, remember, for 35 months. Holy shit. Thanks, dude. Welcome back. We've missed you a lot, Anna. Well, thank you. It's all caps, so you guys must have really missed me. Thank you. I missed all of you guys, too. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. Hashtag release the full slave Leia cut. Oh, no, Russell. Russell, thank you for the 2. Shove that lightsaber up that cunt's ass. Yoda. Jay Bama, what's up? Member for 54 months. By the way, Jay Bama, I gave you a shout out in my video that's going to be out tomorrow. A Stormtrooper vlog is better than this Disney trash. Oh, I know. For those that don't know, there's these AI videos that are out, and it's like Stormtroopers vlogging. It's so funny. It's actually done better than like anything Disney Star Wars, which is it's not a high bar, to be fair. Adds 80, thank you for the 5. Actually, considering the riots in California, I am relieved that Anna and her family are safe. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to let you in a little secret. These are only in downtown areas that not really many people live. They're always business areas. Apparently, there was like one in like, I don't know, a couple towns away from me. I wouldn't know about the riots if it wasn't for Twitter. But to be fair, I haven't gone downtown LA. LA, for those who don't know, I live in Orange County. LA is like a good 45-minute drive north of me. I'm not in LA. I don't know why some people think, because it's like either Northern California or LA. I feel like people that aren't from California, that's their little view of what California is. I live very far from LA. So I'm nowhere near any of these riots. And I guess there were some riots in a town that was a couple towns over from me, but I didn't hear anything. I was also up in Northern California for a lot of it. So I wouldn't know about the riots if it wasn't for Twitter. I actually was thinking about going and filming some, and like I was like, I'll wear like my Portugal jersey so nobody will bother me. I just walk around in like my Ronaldo jersey, which, oh my gosh, if you guys aren't soccer fans, guess what? Portugal fucking won. We are the fucking champions. Yee. We beat Spain. It was awesome and I loved it. We fucking killed it. So yay, shout out to my team, shout out to my boys. But yeah, let's see. But yeah, I was considering going and filming it like from afar, and everyone was like, "Anna, you'll die, go away." And I'm like, I don't think it's as bad as everyone says. Okay, here we go. So talked about that. Where is the other thing I want to talk about? Oh yeah, by the way, Shane's going to be at Heroes Con. Go and check out Shane Davis's booth. He's going to have some con exclusives. We're just scrolling through my Twitter timeline. I'm just going to talk to you guys about everything that's going on because it bothers me. It bothers me. Do you guys hear my dogs right now? I don't know if you guys can hear that. I don't know if it's catching on here. Let me see. Okay, let me check over on Rumble. Everything's good. Okay, so I saw this meme and it really irritated me. So it says, at 19, Anakin Skywalker was a general in the galaxy at war. He was considered one of the most powerful Jedi ever. He was also married. At 19, Padme Amidala was the queen of a planet and saving lives during a crisis. At 19, Leia Organa was a senator and a leader in the rebellion against the Empire. Whoever made this meme is a fake geek girl and didn't realize that Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker are fucking twins. Guess what Luke Skywalker did when they were both 19. They say this at 19. Luke Skywalker was living in his aunt and uncle's, making vroom vroom wish noises while playing with toys. Well, first off, Luke got the short end of the goddamn stick and didn't get to go be a prince on Alderaan like his sister did. He had to go fucking live and work his ass off in poverty, basically. Poor Luke Skywalker. Like, seriously, it's like, oh, if Senator Amidala, not Senator Amidala, if Bail Organa wanted a boy, I could have been a fucking prince, but instead he wanted a girl, so I had to go live on a fucking farm in the middle of goddamn nowhere in the Outer Rim. Like, I'd be fucking pissed if I was him after, like, if I found that out. But I corrected it and I said, at 19, Luke Skywalker blew up the fucking Death Star, was a Jedi in training and a hero for the rebellion. Like, I said this here in my tweet, but it's like, I can't stand how everybody tries to like diminish Luke Skywalker. Like, Disney is a big one there. And it's they can't stand it because he's a straight white man. How awful of him. But it's like, you do realize what the whole first fucking movie is about. Like, they even use this photo and it's like, yeah, he's 19. He's still 19 at the end of the goddamn movie. What does he do in the first movie? Oh yeah, that's right. He blows up the fucking Death Star and saves everyone. How come that's not included on here? Oh yeah, because they're gay. Because they're fake geek girls. Fake fucking geek girls. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Russell Hall. Oh, Jesus, Russell. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I heard the candy store got looted somewhere downtown LA, but you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I want to know where the fuck a candy store is in downtown LA. Also, I probably wouldn't trust it. Oh my goodness. No, my cousin, she's getting her master's in architecture. She lives in Boise, Idaho, but she came down here for it was like a field trip where they're going to go look at like the different buildings. And so I drove up because she hadn't met the baby yet, and I took her on like a drive tour of LA. So I took her to Elko Park so we could walk around with the baby. I took her to the Griffith Observatory so she could see the Hollywood sign and see the observatory. And then I was like, we ain't walking very far. And then she's telling me where she's going. I was like, girl, be careful. I was like, don't keep your phone in your pocket. I was like, you obviously don't have any firearms because you had to fly here. But I was like, do you want some? I was like, maybe pick up some pepper spray before you go walk over there. But she was safe. I guess there was a bunch of guys on the field trip. So I was like, all right, stand in the middle of them. Be careful. Let me see. What was I? Something popped up on here. Okay. A stupid YouTube does this thing. It's like, do you want to insert an ad? And it's like, no, I do not want to insert an ad. Also, guys, there's over 300 people watching on YouTube. Please smash the like button. Also, if you guys are watching over on Rumble, please smash the like button as well. I would sincerely appreciate it. But so yeah, I can't stand this revisionist history. I can't stand them trying to, oh no, what did I do? Diminish Luke Skywalker. Come on, go back. Oh, there's my DMs. I DM myself. I send myself photos and links to stuff. in case anyone was wondering. Okay, here we go. Oh, look, I'm live. Look, it's me talking. Look, it's my post. Oh, we should talk about this. Where would you guys sit? I'm a hard 3 right here. I would 100% sit here. At first, it was a really, 3 is my number 1 pick. I would pick 2. I like how it's like everybody's nemesis. I don't know how 7 of 9 and Quark are nemesises though. But I would number 3 is my number 1 pick. And number 1 is my second pick. I don't think I would really mind seat 8. To be honest with you guys, I really like Zana Troy is like my mother. The first time I watched The Next Generation with Peaches, he was like, "That's your mom," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But so I would sit in 3. Then I would sit in 1. I could talk to Eddington about Les Mis all day, as you guys know. But also, Cisco's fun. I like baseball. I can talk about baseball with him. A few years ago, there was this thing where it's like, "Oh, what Star Trek characters represent you?" And I put Cisco, and everyone's like, "That's Space Jesus, Anna. You're nothing like him." I'm like, "You don't understand. Imagine you're a normie that's never seen Star Trek or Star Wars, and you have me coming up and talking." So my friend that watched it, she's like, "That's you're like Cisco with baseball, but with nerd shit." And nobody gets why you're obsessed with it. Like how everyone else on Deep Space Nine doesn't get Cisco's obsession with baseball. Nobody gets my obsession with Star Wars or Star Trek and nerd shit. So yeah. So I could sit here, I could have a good conversation with both Cisco and Eddington. It's funny because anytime we see an actor that's not in that's from Star Trek, that's not in Star Trek. For example, I just showed Peaches Kroll, and we're just this is literally just Eddington's holodeck. It's a this is what Eddington is doing in the holodeck. He has hair. He's got to go rescue the princess. It's all drawn out long scenes with dramatic music. But that's Eddington to a T. And then there was one Christmas movie that came out. Well, I don't know when it came out, but we just watched it this past Christmas. My dad was over and we're like, "Oh my God, Riker's in it." So, it's Riker all old and he's the hotel bellhop guy. And this one girl gets this thing that makes her go back in time, and she falls in love with this actor that was filming in the hotel. It's really, really cheesy, Lifetime movie status, but Riker was in it. So we're just "Oh, it's just a holodeck episode." That's how we watch it. But it's Riker experiencing a holodeck novel. That's what we thought of when we watched the movie. So it made it a little endearing to us. But so I would sit in 3, definitely, because I don't know why people don't like Picard, but I love Picard. So Picard and Q, even though Q is mean to me in real life, I would have a lot of fun in here. I could just ask Q, "Can you make me a puppy? Can you make me a puppy?" And I just sit there. And I think it would be a great time. So 3, in my opinion, is the best seat on this plane. Then I would sit in 1. I guess I could have fun sitting at 2, but I don't know. That's too much sexual tension for me. And I'd be a huge third wheel. As much as I love 7 of 9's character, she would be a nightmare to hang out with. And Quark would constantly be getting up to use the restroom, or he'd probably still my cookies that they give you. So I don't know if I'd want to sit next to Quark. This is a fucking nightmare. This whole row. You got Geordi and the fucking chick that he had the holodeck girlfriend of, Leah Brahm. Oh my God. So this seat would be so absolutely goddamn uncomfortable. I would not want to sit there. But you know what? I'd probably sit in 5 before I sit in 6. Kai Wynn is the biggest unbearable cunt ever. I hate her with a burning passion. And it Gul Dukat is literally a stand-in for a charismatic Nazi. But Kai Wynn is, in my opinion, I hate her more. I think I hate her. Out of all of the Star Trek villains, I think I hate her the most. So I'd rather ride in the cargo or just not sit the entire time and stand in the aisle than I would rather sit in this seat. So this is my least seat. I don't think as much would be wrong with this seat. Neelix is super annoying, but I feel he's got interesting, you could get some interesting stories out of him. Worf, same thing. You can learn all about Klingon history. He can sing you some Klingon opera. Again, these 2 women probably have great, fun, interesting stories. It'd be Golden Girls seat right here. Even though I've never seen Golden Girls, I feel that's what it would be like. So I could sit there. I feel this is the only seat I couldn't sit in. These 5 and 6 are probably the worst seats on this plane. 3 and 1 are the best. So that's where I'm sitting. and you guys just watch me nerd the absolute fuck out. So I will spare you from the rest. Oh, what was this? Oh yeah, somebody died. Kobayashi Maru. Where's all of this? Let me go back. Where's the thing I wanted to talk about? Is it right here? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna finally get to this. So this is the first topic. So here's my thing. If you haven't read the comics, you probably don't know this. Lois, I see people kind of complain about like Lois Lane being a girl boss. Lois Lane is a girl boss. I want to make that abundantly clear. If you've ever read the comics, you know Lois Lane is a girl boss. She has to be for her job. She is a very serious reporter, and she's the kind of girl that she's very assertive. She goes out of her way to be in your face, undercover, to get the scoop. If you guys ever read, I would highly recommend reading John Byrne's Man of Steel. Only 6 issues. You guys can get them for like $1 on like iBooks. And one of the very first comic, the very first one, Man of Steel, issue number 1, Lois Lane gets to meet Superman. She's on a plane. He has to save everyone. She's all up in it. Like, she goes beelines for him, up in his face. He comments, because some people are like, oh, Lois Lane isn't hot enough. He comments on the fact that she's not movie star hot. Like, she's not drop dead gorgeous, but there's something about her that like he's drawn to about her. That's her charisma. That's her assertiveness. That's her like very type A personality. She's not a passive person at all. So when I see people complaining about Lois Lane being a girl boss, it's like, well, she is a girl boss, but one of the things that makes her likable is that she's a genuine person that's literally just looking for the truth. She's a very passionate investigative journalist, and she respects Superman. She might tease Clark, but she's not a bitch to Clark, right? Like, I feel like her relationship with Clark, especially in the comics, it's more of like a brother-sister thing. Like, you know how brothers and sisters nag each other, or anyone with any kind of sibling, it's like you guys you nag each other, right? And so like in John Byrne's Man of Steel line, she shows up because her and Clark, they're gonna go on to Lex Luthor's got this like big party that's going on his yacht, and she shows up because her and Clark are supposed to go there together, and she starts giving him shit. Well, first off, she's pissed off at him because he got like an exclusive story, spoiler, because he's Superman. And she's pissed off at him still for getting the first story on Superman. And she's in his apartment. And one of the things about Clark is like, so he looks like he's a big bodybuilder. Just fucking Superman, spoiler alert. And Lois Lane goes and picks up his dumbbells, and she's like, these are way too light. Like, these are too light for me, right? And so Clark, in like his dialogue, and his like mind dialogue, he's like, oh shit, like I better go get bigger ones, because she's right. Like, it's kind of blowing my cover. And then he has to go into the bathroom, and it's like the scene where it shows how Superman shaves his beard because a razor won't shave his hair, and he has to like use a mirror and uses like laser vision to like get all the hair off his beard. So he runs his little like electric razor on while he's doing that, so she thinks that he's shaving his face. Very clever, very adorable. But so her and Clark go on to Lex Luthor's boat, and like the dress that he gave her was like a gift from Lex Luthor, and she literally takes off her fucking dress, and she takes Clark's jacket. She's like, give me your jacket, Clark. And she literally takes off her dress because she doesn't want anything from Lex Luthor. And this is back before when Lex Luthor still had hair, was a ginger. Remember how I told you guys gingers have no souls? I'm proven right yet again. Gingers have no souls. But that's the kind of character Lois is. But when she sees Superman, she has respect for him. She doesn't berate him. She doesn't talk to him like a condescending bitch. She doesn't talk to him like he's a child. So in this clip, at first, because I've seen people complain about the girl boss aspect of Lois, and like, but she is a girl boss. Like that's her personality. She's very assertive. I guess, she can come up as obnoxious, but everybody respects her. They don't laugh off Lois Lane. Everybody respects Lois Lane. And I feel like the only joke that she does get pinned on her is that, oh, you're the one that Superman is always saving. And she does get irritated by that in the comics, but at the same time, she likes getting saved by Superman. So even strong, independent women like to be damsels in distress by the right guy. But then I watched this and I was like, yeah, this isn't Lois. And I'm going to show you why. Oh, I didn't share my audio. Give me 1 second. Let me bring that back up. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Okay, my audio should be shared. I might get flagged for playing this, but let me know. Did you know that Bruce Wayne is Batman? Spoiler alert, Ricky! Oh my god, how dare you? How dare you? Spoiler the fuck alert. How could you, man? How fucking could you? Okay, let's watch this.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
He's acting like a child right there. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I have like a tickle in my nose. Okay. It's almost done, but we're going to go through this.
Fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. By the way, you've got.
Okay. So, like, I'll just read you guys my tweet. So I said, while Lois is a force to be reckoned with, antagonizing and berating Superman is not her. The real Lois respects and admires him. This woman is condescending and clearly has contempt for the man she loves and depends on to save the world. And I stand by that. Some people are like, you're just looking to complain. It's like, no, I've actually, like, I wasn't the biggest fan of the idea of the film. I don't like his suit. I think it looks like a rubber wetsuit. I don't like it. I also don't like the collar aspect of it. I know it's been in the comic books. That doesn't mean guys, I understand. Things are getting pulled from the comics. I get it. I get that it's the Kingdom Come logo. I never said it wasn't. It doesn't mean I have to like it. Just because it's in the books doesn't mean I automatically like it. There's plenty of stuff in the books that I don't like. Crazy how that works. So, I don't like the collar. I've never liked the collar because I like the idea that Superman gets to wear it under his clothes. I really like, so Christopher Reeves, and people are like, oh, you just don't like it because it's not Henry Cavill. It's like, Henry Cavill is not my Superman. I love Henry Cavill. I think he's very good looking. He makes my uterus explode, but his Superman suit. Yes, it does look good, but that's not what I think of. When I think of Superman, I think of Christopher Reeves. I like his super suit. I like the idea that it's literally just like cloth, like my t-shirt, right? Like I like the idea that it's just a t-shirt, but because it's made with fabric from Krypton, it doesn't matter. It's bulletproof. Like I like that aspect. I like that little, like, I wouldn't call it a joke, but that little plot device. So the new Superman suits where it's like that, I don't know, the Henry Cavill one, it was like that special material that like all Marvel superhero, and I know, yes, it's not Marvel, but it's like this typical superhero material. And I think it's because it has a little bit of texture that makes it look, I don't know, better on camera or whatnot. I like the idea. Like, I feel like Superman suit should look like polyester, but it shouldn't get like a scrap on it or a nick on it because it's from Krypton. So it's powerful versus something that we would get here on Earth. So I like that aspect of it, or I like that idea. And I know that it doesn't really make sense. Well, as I'm defending it here, let me poke a little bit hole, but I like it. It's the idea that it was the blanket that he was wrapped in and that it was his mom that sewed it all together, even though it's like, well, if it's bulletproof, how could she sew it together? That kind of stuff. Maybe she found like a needle and thread on the little pod. Like it came with like a little like first aid kit, a little sewing kit. Like I think that would be cute. Like that's how I would add it. Like if I was able to do this in the movie, that's how I would do it. It's like showing like, oh, there's all these little compartments. So there's all these little gadgets and stuff. And that's what I would do if I was in charge of Superman. I would have that be the fucking story because that's what I like. There's, how there's like, well, this is canon or this is canon or somebody had this and this and this. I like that part. I like that it's something that he was in his blanket, his little Superman blanket, the little S that stands for hope. That was the crest of his family, and his mom made it his suit. I like that. I think that that's so adorable. I think it's so cute. So that I like that aspect of it. So I don't like that it's like this wetsuit material because it's like, how the fuck would Clark Kent know how to make that? Like that's not something that a guy can make. And I think that he's not Bruce Wayne, right? Bruce Wayne can buy whatever the fuck he wants. And so of course Bruce Wayne can afford top of the line stuff to make his Batman suit. Clark Kent is not Superman. So if Clark Kent looks like he's got this homemade costume, I think that works. And go with the Christopher Reeve. That I think is the embodiment of Superman. That looks like something like I can sew. I go and make cosplay and stuff, but I can go in altered clothing. It should be something that like somebody like Clark Kent's mom, like Martha Kent, should be able to sew together. So in my opinion, that's what Superman's suit should be. It should look somewhat homemade. Like he could be like, oh yeah, my mom made it. I think they even did this in that TV show that just came out, the Lois and Clark. Was that? No, Lois and Clark was the other. Superman and Lois, that TV show. He even says it like the first time he said, when somebody's like, oh, I like your suit. He's like, thanks, my mom made it. Like that should be it. Like that's so cute. I don't like the collar because I think it should be something that he can wear under his suit. And he goes down the alley and he rips open his shirt and it's got the Superman logo and then he can take off into the sky. Does it make sense with the cloak? Not really, but I can suspend my disbelief for that. Okay. So, I think that should be how it is. So I don't like his fucking wetsuit. I hate it. I hate it so much. And I don't think he likes it either. I just watched this interview with him. I didn't know that the actor playing Superman went to Juilliard and his like father is also like a theater actor. So because when the last time I saw this, the last video I've done on Superman, I talked about how much I liked when they start this little interview scene and they're like sitting there. He's like, yeah, you can interview me. And then she's like, oh my God, as Superman. And it's like, this is part of their story. She's interviewed Superman plenty of fucking times. But for whatever reason, apparently it's after they're already together, she finally gets to interview him as Superman, which I don't like. And I like when he's just like, they're doing like, he's all Clark. And then he does the thing, which Christopher Reeves did, which I absolutely love, where he goes from like being Clark. And then he's like, Lois. And he's like, does the Superman thing. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And so I was like, okay, he won me over. He should have a stage name because Corn Sweat is probably one of the worst names I've heard. No offense, David. I'm sure it's a great family name. But it's awful. It is awful. But so in this, like, okay, let's watch it again.
Gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
That was a terrible camera angle. Can I also add, I don't get like guys, I feel like everyone's trying to do this thing where it's like we don't cut. We just move the camera and it's like a long drawn out shot. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of it. Put the camera on a fucking tripod and have it sit there. I don't like this Dutch angle. Well, this isn't exactly a Dutch angle, but I don't like this weird shit. Like have a camera on him that's a good angle. Have a camera on her that's a good angle. Have a wide camera that's filming the entire thing and then cut in between that. It's really not that hard. That's what I don't like these moving cameras. It bothers me. Okay. It's like 10,000 degrees in here. Let's continue. Disagree. Well, that's fine, Russell. That's fine. Let's see. Here we go.
Third person. You're referring to yourself in.
This is like, again, she's supposed to have respect for him, but she clearly doesn't.
You're referring to yourself in third person now.
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Super.
This, like, again, condescending fucking bitch. I don't like this. Like, this is on the record, Superman. It's like, as his partner, like, it's not the whole she doesn't know he's Superman yet. She's his partner. They're living together. She clearly knows who he is. I don't, like, it's like they just got into, like, a fight, and instead of, like, continuing on with the fight, it's like, I'm trying to think of one. Like, you know, when like a chick is trying to get a guy to commit and they just like won't give her a straight answer. So she's like bitching and like pouting like the entire time. She's like, well, you should have known, right? Like you should have read my mind. It's fine. Like, I feel like they just had that kind of conversation, like where she just, it's like, it's fine. And usually the couple would go to bed like angry with one another. But it feels like they just had like a lover's spat. And then she's doing the interview and she's taking out her anger on him. Like, she knows how important it is to keep Clark Kent's identity secret, to keep Superman's identity secret. And she knows that they're coming in and out of the interview and he's explaining to her. And instead she's being like a condescending bitch about it. I don't like that.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible, by the way.
And that like, oh, your spare time trying to think of sound bites. Like, that's not what he's, and if anything, bitch, you're the only fucking one that he does interviews with. So you should be happy that out of all of the things Superman has to worry about, like monsters coming, and if he doesn't take them down, everybody in the world dies, including you. When he's worrying about that kind of shit and, magical green rocks that'll make him die, and Lex Luthor and all the other bad guys in the universe, he's taking time out of that to worry about you, Lois, and your goddamn career to make sure that you get a compelling, entertaining interview that'll boost your career. Yeah, how terrible that he's doing that for you, not for himself, for you, because you're the one that's gonna fucking interview him. I can't stand this. Like, I don't like her. I don't like this version of it. I don't like this scene. And again, I think it's like, I hope that it's, what the hell just happened? Hi, Dante. Oh, gosh dang it. There's my DMs again. Let's see. I hope that it is one of those things that they had a lover's quarrel and she's taking it out on him. Do I think it's Lois? No. That is what it is. She's trying to save his social media reputation. Is that my picture? Is that me, a 7 of 9? It doesn't seem like she's trying to help him. It seems like she's being a condescending bitch. What was the other thing we were going to talk about? Please tell me you guys all get this. I need something to drink. She should be taking her. She should be taking his Manistil. Oh yeah. Ads 80. Thank you for the $5. I tried tagging you on X this week and it is blocked. I'm guessing you had too many tagging you. Tag me in what? What did you tag me? What did you say, Ads 80? What did you say to me? I have the chat up. What did you say? Does anybody know what he's talking about? Oh, is it tagging you in a post? But what post? Like, are you blocked on Twitter or is the tags blocked on Twitter? Also, just remember when you're tagging me on Twitter, I don't have an I in the That Star Wars Girl. So in the word girl, excuse me, in the word girl, I don't have an I in my name. So be aware of that. But thank you for the super chat. I don't know what you were trying to tag me in. Let's see. Patrick T, thank you for the 499. Didn't you prove that laser hair removal doesn't work? Yes, I did. It doesn't work on me. I used to have my entire face lasered. I had under my arms lasered. I've had my legs lasered, and they basically told me to stop coming in because it doesn't work. It's not working on me. I defy it. But yes, thank you for pointing that out. Also, guys, there's over 300 people watching. We are 10 likes away from 300 likes. Please smash that like button over on YouTube. And if you guys are watching it over on Rumble, please smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. What else? Okay, yes. Does everybody know what movie this is? 8 more likes. Woo! Anna is Lemurian, though. I know, right? Anna's hair is stronger than Superman. Confirmed. Well, no, the laser definitely does something. It's just like, it doesn't stay gone. Which I guess with I was about to say Henry, but I guess with Superman, same thing. Like his hair keeps coming back. A night sale, yes. So, we're at 300 likes. Yay. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. So I have been wanting to do this for a long time. There's a couple movies that I want to watch with the rest of the Jack Show guys. And so I want to do Jack Show movie night. And the only way I can think of that being possible is by doing it on Discord. So I've been watching videos on how to do a Discord movie night. I might have to do like a trial with the guys and see if I can get it to work. But one of the movies, because I know John hasn't seen A Knight's Tale. So that's definitely one. But the first one we need to do is we all need to watch the movie Tiptoes, which is about midgets. It's with Matthew McConaughey, Gary Oldman, and Kate Beckinsale. And it is, Peter Dinklage is also in it too. It is, me and my sisters like watching it when we were kids because we loved midgets. But it is one of those movies where it's like, they try to do like an Oscar bait movie and it was probably one of the biggest flops ever. And Gary Oldman, he pretends to be a midget by walking around on his knees. It's as an adult looking back, it's like, oh my God, this movie, everyone would be canceled today. But I want to watch that with John and Cecil and Shane because they've never seen it, and I think it would be hilarious. So I'm gonna try to wrestle all of them in to do a Jack Show movie night. Russell, think that you might get away with it on Rumble. I don't think so because the only way to do it is to me share my screen. So I think we'd have to do it on what is it called? Discord. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to have to figure it out. But I don't think we can do it on Rumble because I'd have to share my screen. Okay. But yeah, so this is one of the movies that I want to watch, and I love seeing this. Actually, I had to go meet him at one of the Star Wars conventions I went to, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I love A Knight's Tale." He's like, "Oh yeah, me." What is this guy's name? Peter? Is that his name? Peter? Paul Bentley. Him. I think that's his name. But he's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen him in like a decade." I was like, "Oh yeah, he was in A Knight's Tale too." Let's see. Russell, thank you for the 2. Also, I strongly suggest that Grape Man trilogy. Oh my god. Oh Russell, you would still recommend it. Locals. Can you do it on Locals? And have you remembered your Discord password? You know what's funny is I had to I deleted the app because it was taking up too much space on my computer, and I went on Discord recently because I got an email saying that somebody tagged me in something, but it was one of those things where somebody tags everyone. But I was able to get through it through my email. I guess it had like my thing saved. Oh my goodness, I have a guest. Oh my goodness, let me find an intro for him. I actually found some good intros for people, but I'm just going to use this one. I hope he doesn't hate me.
You should make a very convincing Nazi.
Wow.
Hi, Shane.
How
Why
are
are
you?
you?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tired.
Why?
It's just been busy with the campaign. And then now I'm which is doing good, but I'm busy with getting ready for Heroes Con. I have to drive to tomorrow, so I'm packing and stuff.
And so instead of packing, you decided to get on the live stream?
Yeah, I saw the link. Well, I'm anything to procrastinate. I hate packing. I feel like if you give me 2 days to pack, and I would spend the entire time packing, or I could spend 30 minutes. One or the other.
Well, why don't you just have Yanzi pack for you? Wouldn't Yanzi just do it and get it all done like instantly, and you don't have to worry about it?
I guess, yeah. You would think she would do that. I think she is right now packing. So, but I still like I have a lot of stuff. Like I have to take my banners, I have to get the tabletops and all that stuff. I have 2 booths this time, so or 2 tables. So I'm trying to make it really nice now. And I don't know, man. I hate packing. The idea you put everything in a suitcase, and you take everything out, then you put it back in, then you take it out. It's just like I fucking hate it.
I don't think anybody actually likes it, so I think you're in the same boat as everyone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How have you been?
Good, busy. We redid our roof, and then I was out of town for like a week. But I did see your campaign. Congratulations on the huge launch, which to some people is like, not that huge.
I don't know what it is. Everybody's been bitching about the campaign's launch, but yeah, no, we did great. For better than Extend, better than Starlight Cat. So, which is good.
Oh, I wonder why you got a hot chick with boobs on the cover.
With some booty. Yeah, no, I did the booty cover. I did all that. But it's doing great. Thank you guys for all the support. Anatomic. If you guys haven't, welcome to the arena. Get over here, grab a copy. Anthony Gonzalez Clark is the main book artist. This is a prequel to Inglorious Rex. Alex is in it, 232's in it, the big bad guy, little T's in it, all the characters plus new ones. But it takes about 2 years before the main book. So 232 is like a sparring Rex. Alex is training Anatomic for this fight. You can see Razor looks a little bit different. This is her base form. But what we've done today, just so people know, is we have a couple of con covers that we've added to the campaign. If you guys aren't going to Heroes Comic Con, you can buy it on the site. with Anatomic and save some shipping, or you can buy them on their own and they'll ship out next week. So we have a line artwork edition and and this cover with Alex in 232 here. So
Did you draw that one?
No, it's I had an artist. His name's Wand Derzine. I think he's
Wondering.
Yeah, I know he's got a weird name. I don't know. That's his pen name. He had done this Anatomic cover before, so for 2, and this was a Heroes Comic Con exclusive. So I'd commissioned him to do an Alex that matches.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you got this one, you get this one now. It's like 1 and 2 drawn by the same artist.
That's really cool. I like that one.
Yeah, it's nice. He's a great artist. He seems, I like his stuff. So thank you guys for the huge support. It's been absolutely crazy. So it's going good. It's going good.
Was that 75,000? Oh no, he froze. No.
73,645.
Shane, move your arms. You're frozen. No. Oh, there we go. There we go.
$73,645.
Ooh, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
I went and I backed the 24-hour cover.
Yeah, you gotta get that ass.
Yeah, when people do the 24-hour covers, it gets me every time. I'm like, and then I don't back it, and then I'm just like, I regret. Very strong regrets.
Yeah, I like that cover a lot. That's based off of one of my favorite Godzilla posters that you would not give a shit about.
No, I like Godzilla. Actually, a fun fact about me, I guess it's more about my mother. She's like the biggest Godzilla fan because there was nothing else to watch when she was a kid. So my mom has like this freakish, like weird knowledge of Godzilla. I grew up with Godzilla.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. There's like this whole continuity between the monsters and everything. I got Terry watching it now, so at least I'll have that in my house. When the women outnumber me, at least I'll have Godzilla with Terry.
We'll just wait until she finds out about the pinball machine.
Yeah. I haven't.
Why is it not on?
Downstairs. I haven't let her come downstairs. What?
Why isn't the pinball machine on?
It was on earlier, and I turned it off. Just because there's actually a fan in that thing. It kicks on and it makes noise to keep it from overheating. So I could either buy a modified fan that's quieter and put in it, or I just turn it off.
All right. Well, it looks.
I don't know what. Okay, so this roof thing. Were you up there hammering shingles? What was going on?
I went up there for a little bit, but then like every time I was up there, the baby knew I was up there, so I never stayed up there too long. But they would knock everything off and I would clean up what fell, kind of thing. So I was picking up nails and cleaning up shingles and shoveling everything into the big gigantic bin. But now we have a nice new roof above me, and everything is getting back into normal and the groove of things. But I don't know how long I'll have you here, but can you give your 2 cents on this Superman stuff, since you know a lot about Superman, and since you drew him? What do you think about this? Have you watched this yet?
This clip I've seen, but go ahead and play it.
Okay, well, guys, we're watching it for a 3rd time, and for those that don't know, Shane famously drew Superman, the one that Henry Cavill's Superman is based on.
A couple of times. Superman Earth 1 and Superman Batman Search for Kryptonite, plus Superman in Justice League, because I worked on Justice League too.
So very experienced Superman fan. So we're going to get his opinion on this.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot of heat on social media lately.
I don't read that stuff. Superman doesn't have time for selfies.
3rd person. You're referring to yourself in 3rd person now?
No, it's just a thing I came up with that I thought I'd try to work into the next interview.
This is on the record, Superman.
Okay, well, not the part where I said that.
Yes, that part.
No, that part was an aside. That was off the record.
You have to say off the record beforehand, not after.
Why are you being like this?
It's fine. I won't write that you spend your spare time trying to think up sound bites, which are terrible. But you've gotten a lot of heat on.
Now that we watched that painful clip again, what do you think, Shane?
I feel like... Okay, it's kind of cringe. Do you want to know why it's there? Why? Because see, as a creator, I see why they did it, and that is cringe unto itself. But what I think about that transaction is, it makes him unlikable, not Lois. I actually take her side on it.
All right.
That's it. I mean, she's kind of making him look like a loser. And I saw the picture of her flying that spaceship, and I was like, I just don't need Lois saving the day. And I know that's what it's going to be, is her saving the day somehow. You know, like she's the one driving. She's the one that's going to catch him from falling into the Phantom Zone. Because that's what it's going to be. But then I see this transaction, and as a creator, I'm like, why? My brain goes, why did they do that? There's a reason. And the reason is they're chasing an older demographic. They know kids don't like Superman today. So they're thinking, like, I'm going to go to the middle-aged guy because that's where the money's at. And that middle-aged guy is going to understand what it's like fighting with his wife. Because that was a married argument they just had.
That's what I said.
So they're chasing, and that bothers me. That if they're actually scripting this for an aging demographic, because my whole thing is like, I right off the bat, we talked about on the Jack show. I said, I don't like that she knows his secret identity. You just skipped all of that. Now, with that said, what you end up doing is you plant the character into long relationship territory. Might as well be married. And they already jumped there, and they're already scripting dialogue with them like they're an old married couple. And it's like, all right. Like, next she's going to bitch about, not making a grocery list and leaving the toilet seat up, and, that he only gets head on his birthday. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh
married.
my God.
Like, whatever married people bitch about.
I don't think they'd go there. Well, I think James Gunn, apparently, I don't know. I feel like, when you watch Indiana Jones 2, where we all know what was going on with Steven Spielberg, I feel like he's trying, it just gives me that kind of vibe. And I'm like, the last thing I need is a Superman and Lois bitching at each other. Like, I like when she doesn't know who he is, and it's like that brother sisterly bickering and, kind of nagging each other kind of thing that she does with Clark. And then when she's with Superman, it's like, Superman kind of thing. But I'm like, it's at that point in the relationship where they just got into a fight, and she's like, it's fine. And he's like, well, let me do this interview to make my wife happy. And then she's like, I'm not mad. Why are you saying this? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, that's the last thing I want to see. I don't care. I don't want to know about their fights. And if anything, he's doing her a fucking favor by helping her career by giving her a Superman interview. And the way that she's all like so excited, like, you're going to let me interview as Superman? It's like, didn't you guys do that years ago before? Like when you guys first met? Hasn't like that been your whole career now? Is that you're interviewing?
Technically, she would have been interviewing Superman when she didn't know Superman was Clark.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure since then she's interviewed him and has known if they've been together, because I think they lived together.
Yeah, isn't this kind of fucked up nepotism, right? If he's only giving interviews to the girl that's putting out.
Well, I don't think
that's fucked up, right? like, is she a really good reporter, or is she just got that? She got that gold pussy.
Oh yeah, no, she's obviously good. She was the head of the Daily Planet before he got there.
It's kind of fucked up. Like, she's got a leg up. She literally got two legs behind her head up, and she's getting the scope.
Well, that's Lois Lane privilege, I guess. But no, she was already the head of the Daily Planet before Superman came around. So
yeah,
she earned her spot.
But now she's the only reporter that gets Superman interviews. So it's almost like they're just eating themselves.
It is, but that's the ongoing joke with it. Is that, oh yeah, you're the reporter that Superman always saves, that always gets the interviews with Superman. Like that's kind of the joke. You should know that, Shane.
I don't know. It bothered me until now, though, until it pointed it out. And I see how, like, unlikable both of them seem to be in this scene. Neither one of them are likable in this scene. Like I said, I favored her, but I still dislike her. Like, I dislike both of them in this scene.
I don't know. I kind of feel for him in this scene because it's how she's being like a condescending bitch to him. And it's like, out of all the things he has to worry about, he's focusing on, in the back of his mind, thinking of how to make a good interview for you to help out your career, and you're still an ungrateful cunt.
I mean, here's what's fucked up. I'm still gonna watch this movie, but every time I see something, that whole Crypto taking the dude's helmet off just so Superman can knock his teeth out. Like I every time I see an actual transaction, not just like a, like a clip cut scene, but actually get a full transaction, even that punch, like I break it down and I'm like, I don't know if this guy gets Superman at all. I don't even know if he gets Superman and Lois here. This just seems like a dam that's about to break in their relationship.
I feel like it's going to show them bickering the whole time and then like constantly making up and making out, because the first trailer was just them making out the entire time. I actually had an interview pop up today with him as like just talking about Superman, and I didn't know he went to Juilliard, so I guess he's like a classical trained actor that went to school at Juilliard, and his dad is a famous theater actor. So I was like, okay, at least he's got like some cred there, because I don't think Juilliard is exactly the easiest school to get into from what I've heard. So I was like, okay, he's got some charisma and some status there. But in the last trailer I saw where he does he goes from Clark Kent to being Superman, where he's like all hunched over and then does the Superman thing. I liked that a lot. So he actually has the Superman voice and demeanor.
Yeah, he has the voice and demeanor. I said that right away. I think he has the voice, but he put on like 30 pounds to get in this movie, and he still looks too small. He actually looks bigger as Clark Kent than he does in the Superman suit, which is retarded. Like when he's walking around that room, the guy looks like he's bigger and more muscular.
I looked it up when he was first announced. He's 6'7". He's a giant in real life.
Yeah, so see, tall guys, sometimes for them to get that muscular build, like it's easier for like a shorter guy to get that thickness than a longer guy, So like I wonder if like he's just the wrong body type for this. Like, because technically you could always they make Tom Cruise look big. You don't need somebody that's like 6'7" to be Superman. I mean, I met Brendan Routh? I met him in real life, and he was taller than me. And he was even complaining to me about how much weight he had to put on to be Superman. But they keep getting these tall guys. And I don't even know if that's necessary. I mean, you can make any actor look taller just by putting some lifts on their feet or whatever, or positioning the camera different.
Well, it's funny because I met the guy that was the runner-up for Superman. Let me see if I can find. His name was Pierce something. And I remember when, because I was at a party. It was my friend's birthday, and I knew that guy was, up for the running to be Superman. And I just remember thinking the entire time, I'm like, he's 5'10". I don't think he's and he was blonde. This before he dyed his hair for the final casting audition thing. But I was like, I don't know. I just don't see him as Superman. He's a little too LA femme. I don't think he's gay, but I was like, he's giving me a little bit of the he's too feminine because he's from LA. But he wasn't very tall. Okay, found him. His name is Pearson. Excuse me, not Pierce. And I pointed him out to Peaches, and I was like, oh, yeah, that guy's supposed to be running up for Superman, or is in the running for Superman. I'll show you. Let me get the screen. But he's posted recently because he's done another movie or two since. This is him. And, see, he was up for Superman. And he looks pretty buff, but I've met him in person. He's not very tall.
Yeah.
But...
See, he looks like he has more of a Superman build than the other guy.
I think after, so I've seen him in person. He's very thin, but the time I saw him, I guess he was this buff, but obviously he was wearing clothes when I saw him. So he looks small, but I think he's one of those guys that photographs bigger and in videos, I guess, bigger. But so this guy was one of the second runner-up to be Superman. But see what I'm saying? A little too LA femme.
Yeah, but he's got the jaw. He's got a better jawline, I think, than the other guy.
Well, this is right after, I guess, his final auditions. He's got the black hair and everything. He does have the cleft chin, the blue eyes, the Superman hair, but he's 5'10", if I'm being generous. But
I just don't think that. I think you could always just move the camera around or like put. I mean, they make Tom Cruise look big in movies. I mean, that guy's like short, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's one scene where he's the scene with Henry Cavill and him where they're on the plane and he's standing there like on a laptop and he's surrounded by barrels and boxes and Henry Cavill and him are at the same height. And I'm like, yeah, man, you're like 5'3" and Henry is 6'2". You guys are not the same height. Even the scene where they're fighting in the bathroom and the camera angle where they're all standing there and they're all the same height, like him and Rebecca and
Yeah.
Henry. And it's because the camera's all the way down here looking up at them.
I don't know. It's like I imagine he's got like stilts on or something. I think Family Guy had him like running around as big as Stewie. I mean, that's a cartoon, but it was funny. I did imagining Tom Cruise being that short. Is what's funny. I guess there's talks of Tom Cruise wants to do Tropic Thunder 2, and they asked Robert Downey Jr. about it. He gave a weird answer.
What did he say?
He said he never worked with Tom before, and that he would like to be asked. And I was like, what the fuck? What? You were in the same fucking movie as Tropic Thunder.
Well, maybe were they ever in scenes together? Because wasn't
No. But still, like it just seemed weird. Like that whole transaction was weird. I think Robert Downey Jr. holds out for like really big money, like stupid money that nobody can ever pay him again. After he made that Avengers money, I think he's just like, pay me.
he's earned that now?
I don't know. I don't know if people go to movies to see Robert Downey Jr. Exactly. I feel like, I don't know. Do they?
Well, I think.
Here, I got the. If you want me
Okay,
to.
I think it's because they banged. Remember how in the beginning of Tropic Thunder, how it's showing like his previous movie where it's like a gay, like friar.
Yeah.
I bet you that was really him and Tom, and so now he doesn't. He's ashamed. He doesn't want to bang Tom again.
Is it saying he'd like to do a sequel? Would you do it?
Look, all I'll say is this: Tom Cruise and I have not done a project yet together, and that's kind of a yes. And then we'll figure out what the title is.
Tropic.
Is like what did that mean?
Okay, now seeing it, I think he is used now after the past like decade or two. He didn't have any clout or power when they made Tropic Thunder 1, and it wasn't his project, it was Ben Stiller's project. And so
Right.
now I think he's got like, my shit don't stink. I'm a movie star, and I think he thinks he's on the same level of Tom Cruise, and so it would be a competition of who's in charge of the project. That's what it gives me. It gives me it's a dick measuring contest, and he hasn't worked with Tom Cruise where they're both have, I guess, the same power.
Well, I'm also reading into it that he barely. I mean, I still don't understand how he evaded cancel culture with doing blackface. But I also read it as he's like, hell no, I'm not going to be in Tropic Thunder. Like, yeah, we'll work together. Because he goes, what the project's name will be, I don't know. Like, it's almost like he politely said, yeah, that'd be great, but I'm not doing blackface. Like, I mean,
the character stops doing black. Well, he breaks character, so he wouldn't be back in blackface because he wouldn't be doing that character anymore.
but it true, but then it draws a bunch of attention to the fact he even did blackface. Like it would there's probably like a whole sea of MCU people that watched him, that are woke and then they're going to be somehow it just they look past it. He does a sequel, you can't look past it. Like he's over here giving blessings for Ironheart and shit. I mean, I think he's too afraid to play that role again.
I think you're right. Like I've seen people like every couple of years when Twitter discovers Tropic Thunder and they lose their minds.
Well, I want to hit play one more time. It's only 18 seconds. And look at the girl on his arm. Like
that's his wife.
She's probably old enough to be his daughter. I mean,
they're both vegans. She's younger than him. I know the whole history on this. So she was an executive producer for the first Iron Man movie. That's where they met. They got married. They had their son before Iron Man 2 came out. And she is a powerful executive producer, Jewish woman in Hollywood, and she got him on the vegan diet. And she basically is like partially his manager and helps produce all the movies that he's in. So that's her backstory.
Tom Cruise is saying he'd like to do a sequel. Would you do it?
Look, all I'll say is this. Tom Cruise and I have not done a project yet together, and that's kind of a yes, and then we'll figure out what the title is.
Tropic.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be Tropic Thunder. He's afraid to embellish that. That's what I think.
Well, I would watch it. I want to see his Tom Cruise's hands get bigger and bigger and bigger.
He's looking so old right now, which he is, but I mean,
Dude, he needs to go to Brad Pitt's, that surgeon that's making everyone in Hollywood look great. Like, have you seen the before and after Brad Pitt? Like, I didn't realize Brad got that old because he looked good in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And like, I've seen, let me see if I can find the photo so everyone can see what I'm talking about. Let me see. Cecil was talking about it. It's because like the guy doesn't do like the full pulling back your face. He like leaves a little bit of movement. So it's like you're still old, but you look better. Okay, let's see. Echo. Okay, here we go. So everyone, if you didn't know, Brad definitely had some work done because when Angie broke up with him, she fucked him up. And he was looking kind of haggard. And look at him now. I know he's like smiling, but he had some nips and tucks because he's back to being handsome again. Arnold, gentleman. Isn't it weird? He's like 60.
I guess.
He's like 20 years older than you. And look at him.
I don't think he's a real person. I mean, first, I think he's just like a robot or AI or something. I don't think seriously, I've never seen an interview with him or anything that gives me any idea of what his real life personality is.
Well, if you watch Inside the Actor's Studio, he goes in depth about his life. But I feel like most actors, he doesn't really have a personality. He's just pretty and can play characters very well. I've gotten that vibe about a lot of Hollywood actors. It's like you were watching that, what was that guy that you guys were watching the inside of his house tour the other day?
Oh, that was Michael Shannon, yeah.
Yeah, they're fucking weird. And they're like empty vases. And that's why they're able to be chameleons and play all these different characters because they have no personality. So they can take on all these other personalities.
Maybe, I guess. I mean,
I need one actor that has a personality. Anyone in the chat, name me an actor that has a personality.
I've seen interviews with Tom Hardy and he has a personality, but I don't know. I mean, if I hadn't seen these interviews, and a lot of them are UK interviews, he just seems like he had a personality.
Denzel. Yeah, I guess Denzel's a good one. Actually, you know what's funny? So my best friend from high school, her stepdad used to be a bodyguard. He actually used to be Arnold's bodyguard, but he's really good friends with Denzel and they go to fights together and stuff. Fun fact. Morgan Freeman. What is Morgan Freeman's personality? Mel Gibson is crazy. Listen, I don't know. That'd be Robin Williams. Oh no. You guys are just naming crazy people.
Well, crazy is personality. I mean, you can't say, I mean personality, not crazy. I mean, they're kind of two in the same.
Okay, somebody said Arnold. Arnold was not an actor at first. He was a bodybuilder. So he was a normal person that happened to become an actor. Jim Carrey was a comedian before he became an actor. You guys are all proving my point. None of these people were originally actors. They fell into acting. What is Brad Pitt before he became an actor? A model. You know, Brad Pitt has a younger brother that looks exactly like him, just with black hair.
Wow. Did he go anywhere in life?
He went into politics. His name is Doug.
What?
Yeah. You've never seen...
No.
Yeah.
His name's Doug. Here's my brother, Doug.
Yeah, see that's not a good picture of him. But see, this is Doug.
Wow. That's
They looked a lot more like when they were both younger, and then they have a sister who is hideous.
well, chances are his brother hasn't had any work done, and Brad has. So
I mean, this is him. I think. I mean, this is when they're like in their 40s, so 20 years ago. But yeah, he's not a bad looking guy.
I'm actually wanting to go to the theater and watch his new movie, that F1 movie.
I've heard that it's good.
Yeah. Somebody was explaining it to me, but because I didn't understand the rivalry because we're on the same team, but somebody was trying to explain like how like they actually compete against one another, even if they're on the same team. It was super convoluted, but then it made me understand why the movie's like it is. I might have to go watch it.
I have only seen the teaser where it's just him driving and him getting out. It's like the money shot. There's no talking, so I have no idea what the movie's about.
No, there's like a rivalry between there's a young black driver and then him, and like he's the gambling addict guy that's like a NASCAR guy trying to be a Formula One racer, and this guy's the new prodigy, but he's too wild, and these two wacky guys got to win the race. That's pretty much the pitch.
Let me see.
I'm probably going to relate over a rap song or white women. Something.
Okay, hold on. I got a picture I need to show you that's going to bother you. Okay. So remember how we were talking about how short Tom Cruise is?
Yeah.
Okay, take in mind, Antonio Banderas is 5'10", and Brad Pitt is like 6'1". I'm going to show you this photo, and it's going to drive you crazy. How are they all the same height? You see that? They're all the same height. Christian Slater's not a tall guy either. Christian Slater's like 5'7". Tom Cruise is 5'3". Explain this to me.
Well, Brad Pitt is his feet, looking at where his feet are, would go way down. Like he's not even on the same plane as them.
They're close though.
Is Tom Cruise got a big head?
Possibly. He's not 5'3". I have seen Tom Cruise in real life. He is 5'3".
Where did you see him at in real life?
Do I really need to talk about this again?
Oh, I've never heard this.
Oh, I've told the story before, but I'll tell you again. But yes, he's 5'3". Christian Slater is 5'7". I've never seen him, but that is what it says online. Antonio Banderas is 5'10", and Brad Pitt is like 6'1".
I'm saying Tom's got those Ron DeSantis boots. I think it's just a camera trick. Whoever took this photo knew what they were doing. Or it's been photoshopped. I don't know.
No, this is a real photo. This has been around for, well, this is 1994.
There's something fucked up about this photo. Look at the size of Kristen Dunst's hands.
Maybe that's just her hands. I don't know.
I mean, she has like giant witch hands. Like, I don't even know. That didn't even make sense.
I don't know. I never noticed that before. But there's other photos where it like cuts them off right here. And I think her hands are the same in that photo. But I like this photo drives me crazy. I saw this and I was like, there's no freaking way. But yeah, they're all the same height. Brad is teeny tiny bit taller, but this photo haunts me. I wanted to show you that because I thought it would bother you as much as it bothers me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to break it down, but everything about it, like if I didn't know better, I'd just be like, this is a Photoshop thing.
I think this thing came out before Photoshop. It's been out since 1994.
Outside of that, I am probably going to bolt because I do have to do packing. I don't want to leave it all up to Yanzi because I'll end up there without certain things. So thanks for having me on, Anna.
Here, let me get some super chats that were dedicated to you. Russell sent one for you. It says, Shane, we were talking about the masterful shading and detail on Anatomic's camel toe. How long did you spend on it, and where do you draw inspiration from?
I did
And we
a
were
lot
not
of
talking
gooning.
about that. Russell was talking about that. I want to be
I
clear.
know. I did a lot of gooning to do that cover. Let me tell you.
There you go, Russell. You got your answer. Let me see. Hey yo, Shane, backer 8,070 for the 25 con cover. Thanks.
Thank you. And guys, if you want those con covers and you can't go to Heroes Con, definitely catch it. And if you're going to Heroes Con this weekend, I am booth 20, Artist Alley 280 and 281. So
Go meet Shane.
yeah,
Are
I'll be
you gonna
next
dress up like
week.
Mange?
I'll be next. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm gonna pack this stuff just in case. I'm actually, bro, dressing up as Mange at cons is dicey. Like it's kind of dicey. I don't know. Like I get a lot of people that want photos, and then some people know who I am. Other people don't. And then I told a girl, I'm like, say hell Mange. And she's like, is that an alt-right thing? And I'm like, it's all right for you to say it. It's all right for you to say it. I don't know. Everybody's so weird now. It's like I'm like, all right.
Well, I think you should go as Mange.
All right, I will.
If you
All
want
right.
my opinion.
I will.
Russell says, what exactly did you goon to for inspiration, Shane?
A lot of camel toes. A lot of camel toes.
Thank you, Russell. Then we got one more for you from Russell again. Can Superman even use a toilet?
Technically, yeah, as long as he doesn't have explosive diarrhea. If he has a normal poop, because technically the turd is going to be like just the food processed in the shit. Now, peeing, anything with force, like if he has explosive diarrhea or if pissing, he'd probably break the toilet. Like I think he just like lays on his back and just shoots a stream straight into space.
Wouldn't people see that? Just a stream of piss going into outer space?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Wouldn't we get like a cloud of like piss vapor orbiting the Earth?
I mean, it probably has enough force. I mean, he cannot ejaculate in Lois Lane. It'd blow her back out. Like literally, there'd be a hole in her back. So if he can't ejaculate, he probably can't piss.
Well, shouldn't he just keep like a little thing of kryptonite nearby?
So he can piss normal.
So he can piss and so he can bang Lois.
We don't even know if Superman shits.
I'm pretty sure he did because I'm sure his parents would have noticed if he didn't.
No, we don't know if he does. Well, they did notice, and they saw him come out of a fucking rocket ship. I don't know. He could process like everything he eats. He has like hyper metabolism. There's no waste.
Why didn't you put this in your book, Shane?
I don't know, because nobody. The weird thing is nobody ever wants to go into the details, if you will, or the dark, gross stuff of being Superman.
Well, the nerds do.
Dance around these subjects. It's more convenient.
Well, the nerds do, and you had an opportunity and you didn't take it. How dare you?
But yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he can't piss in a toilet. He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't even need to, if you think about it, right? Superman farts are lethal. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, unless he's in his super suit that contains it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for having me on, and I'll be around this weekend streaming.
What do you want to plug? Your book, your channel?
Let's do that. Anatomic is live. Do you mind if I play the trailer?
Go ahead.
All right, boom.
You just gotta share your screen. And my mods are dropping it in the chat. Here we go.
All right, so Anatomic is live.
If fighting was a god, I would worship him.
All right. Boom, guys. Thank you for that. Definitely go check out Anatomic. And if you're interested in any of those con covers, they are limited. The one, I think the line artwork by me is 150 only printed and 200 of the others. So thank you, guys. Getting ready to move up on $74,000. Beautiful. Wow. All right. Everybody have a good one. Anna, I guess I'll see you around sometime.
Thanks for coming on, Shane. Have fun.
Right. Yep. Bye.
Bye. And then there was once more. Pleasure having Shane jump on for a second there. Let me read some of these super chats. Adds 80. Thank you for the 5. On X, if you post a meme or a pic, it gives an option to tag up to 10 people, and your settings were shut off for tagging. Yeah, no. There's too many crazy people out there that tag me in too much shit. I already hate it. So there's some people they'll tag like 20 fucking people and they're like, look at this post. And it's like, the second I see that I'm just mass tagged in something, I'm like, untag, remove. But yeah, no, you can't tag me in photos. Do not tag me in photos. If you want to just at me, just put at, hey, that's Star Wars Girl, check that out. That's different. But yeah, I have my photo tagging turned off. Ravenclaw, thank you remember for 36 months. How are you, man? Hi, Anna. How are you? Glad to see you on here again. I am doing well. I hope you guys are all doing well as well. Russell, thank you for the 2. Can Superman even use it? We've read that one. I hope you got your answer. Adds 80. Thank you for 2 super chats in a row. Iron Man dying also killed Downey Jr.'s career. I feel like he's he's also old now. Like he's 60 something years old. Like, isn't he 62 now? He's old as fuck. Like being the lead action hero in movies. I mean, he's an old guy. I feel like, I don't know. You got to do parts that are your age, and he definitely is looking 62. He's not one of those guys that like doesn't look his age. He definitely looks his age, especially ever since he became vegan. The next one, are you taller than Cruz, Anna? I was much younger at the time when I saw him. So at the time, no. Russell, thing with the 2. Superman basically pisses an ammonia, laser. I guess so. Then Russell, 2. His bladder must compress thousands of gallons. That'd be a really big bladder. And then over on Rumble, I got a Rumble rant from E. Morris. What's up, man? Can we all agree that Christopher Reeve is the best Superman? It will be all but impossible to ever supplant him. Yes, he's the best live action Superman, but I still love the animated series of Superman. When I think of Superman, it's like that guy. That animation embodies him very well. Just same with Batman. Batman the animated series, that's Batman for me. In space, no one can hear you poop. Yeah, well, sound doesn't travel in space. Fun times, huh? Anna, is Cecil taller than Tom? Yes, he is. Oh, damn it! I forgot to tell Shane. He was asking how tall someone was, and I have a photo. I'll just send it to him so he can see. Alrighty. What else was? Oh yeah, the view. That was what the last thing I needed to talk about. So there's this video going around of Arnold. And he was, here we go. It was funny. Here we go. Let me get the audio. Here we go. Hopefully, I just dropped something. It says, breaking news. After 37 years, Arnold returns to face the Predator. I thought this had the link to the interview. Let me find it. But yeah, apparently, The View, which is extremely woke, was, trying to get him to talk about, I guess, immigration, and he basically talked about how great America was. Okay, it's 3 minutes. I hope I don't get flagged for this. Here we go. Now, I have only seen snippets. I haven't watched the whole thing, but what I've seen is pretty funny. So let's watch this.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Yeah. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing when you see the videos of it?
Do you think she's wearing a wig? Because I do.
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine they came over here with the
Okay, hold on. I got to up the speed a little bit just so I don't get flagged.
age of 21 with absolutely nothing. and then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that. Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm...
I think they're, oh, look, freaking Guinan got on Ozempic, because I know she ain't going to the gym. But look, he's praising America, which these ladies all seem to hate America from the clips I've seen of it, because I've never actually sat down and watched the show.
so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity.
You're not happy.
And I think because I'm such a proud American and a proud immigrant that came to America, I was asked to do, on July 4th, a big speech, the keynote speech at Mount Vernon, where George Washington was laid to rest, where he lived and all that, to celebrate the 200.
I've been there. I went to Mount Vernon. My mom, fun fact, we were in DC because my cousin was graduating. So me, my mom, his mom, my mom's sister, and then my cousin, his sister, all, we're going to his graduation. But so we had to go pick up my cousin Holly from the airport, and it was in the morning. And my mom and my aunt Susie were like, "Oh, do you want to come with us to the airport to go pick up Holly?" And I was like, "We just go in and picking her up and coming right back." And they're like, "Yeah," because they needed to leave. And I was in my pajamas, and I was told we were coming right back. We did not come right back. Instead, we picked up Holly from the airport. Then they're like, "Let's go to the Pentagon." And I was like, in my pajamas, and they're like, "Who cares?" So I went to the Pentagon in my pajamas, and then they're like, "Let's go to Mount Vernon, Washington's house." So I have been to the Pentagon and Mount Vernon in my fucking pajamas, and it was like 100% humidity. I was freaking dying, and I was melting in my pajamas. So yeah, I've been there. It's beautiful. I would highly recommend going.
50th anniversary of America, the existence of America, and I will be doing the speech that they asked me because I'm an immigrant, and there will be 7,000 some people there, and there will be people that will be sworn in and will become citizens that day. So it's really a great celebration. And this is what this is all about: is to celebrate people becoming Americans and coming to America and all that. And so I just think the world of the great kind of a history that we have with immigrants in America. But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing. So you got to do things legal. And those.
Look at how mad Whoopi Goldberg, this blonde lady is, the ginger is, and I don't know who these two ladies are. I don't know who anyone is except for Whoopi Goldberg and Arnold. Does anybody know who the rest of these women are? Are they comedians? I don't know, because they're not very smart. From the clips I've seen, these women are all fucking idiots. But it's like, are you smarter than a fourth grader? They would all lose from what I have seen. But I don't know who these women are. But look at, like, she's looking down. She's mad. Like, all of these women, the body language is that they're like closed off because they're not happy. And he just said something, and the whole audience is cheering, and they like, look at them. They all look pissed. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's finish.
People that are doing illegal things in America and they're the foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest. And you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can. Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back. You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school program, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
I don't know what they said after that. If anybody can let me know in the chat. But he just killed. You see how like one of the ladies, I don't know which one, kept trying to say like, but, and like he just kept going, so they stopped talking. He's right. And they all looked pissed. Like, look at, it's him. Like, look at it. I didn't even catch that. That lady put her hand on him. Oh my God, sexual harassment. Could you imagine if a man put their hand on one of these ladies? They'd lose their mind. But the ladies kept attacking him. Really? Do I need to watch this? He's woke as fuck, but he's right. Well, he's an actor. What do you expect? They're all woke. They're all in that woke club. But he is speaking facts because he experienced it. A lot of the times the woke people that are talking, it's because they don't actually have these experiences. They're speaking from what is the right thing to say. You know, this is the narrative. So you just say it and they just follow it because they don't know any better. He knows what it's like. And so he's done it, and he's 100% right in everything that he just said. But remember, like, the COVID thing where he's just like, your responsibility, like, what did he say? Something about rights. Because he was basically just saying you have to, like, stay inside and get the jab and all that. But, yeah, look at how angry. Oh my God. Who watches this show? I don't know. I don't know who the fuck any of these women are. The only reason I know who Whoopi is because she was in Sister Act and Star Trek. Like I don't know who Blondie is. I don't know who Ginger is. I don't know who this chick is, except she's got nice hair. And I don't know who this is. I don't know who any of these ladies are. Also, do you guys notice that Whoopi only has her shoes half on? Like, look, she's got her socks out. Why are they at such tall chairs? Why don't they have shorter chairs so these women can have their feet on the floor? I don't know. Maybe it's for the filming. Also, I would like have this blocked off so you don't see their feet. I think that's just weird. Like I don't know. What an uncomfortable table. And you know, they only have this table here because they would all just be sitting at like lounge chairs like Ellen, except all of these women are, I'm guessing, well over the age of 50 and they want to hide their bellies. So, I guess it's an insecurity thing, but oh yeah, he said, screw your freedom. Yes, that's right. Obligations and responsibilities, but that was about like COVID. So that was something, again, he doesn't have any experience on. So he's repeating the woke mindset, the woke narrative. Whereas this, he actually has real life experience and he's right. He is right. And they're all mad about it. Funny how that works. So yeah, we got to watch that. Let me read some of these. At 80, thank you for the 2. Stallone is older and still an action lead. Is it good though? Stallone is a very different person than Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. has not always been an action hero lead. Like that's Stallone's entire career is the action guy. Same with Arnold. Like you just expect them to see them in action movie star things. You don't. When I think of action hero, I do not think of Robert Downey Jr. Russell Hall, thank you for the 2. Yeesh, the Predator is looking rough. Then the second one, just to point out, Whoopi is wearing a diaper. Is she? How can you tell that? K-Max McDonald, thank you for the 5. Is The View the worst show on TV in terms of wokeness on steroids? I just never met people who think the way the ladies do there. I've never watched an entire episode of The View, so I honestly don't know. But like I said, from the clips I've seen, I don't think any of these women would win Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grade? I honestly don't think so. And I feel like the collective IQ from the women on that panel is not a 3-digit number. And that's me being nice. Russell, thank you for the 2. A druggie is a druggie a personality. I wouldn't consider that, Russell. I would not consider it. All right, let's see. I am all caught up. Let me check over on Rumble. I'm all caught up on Super Chats and Rumble rants. Was there anything else that I needed to talk about? Is there anything else you guys want me to talk about before I say goodbye to all of you today? Collective IQ of this chat room is lower than the views. Oh my gosh, be nice. Be nice. Let's see. Was gifted a membership. Oh, well, thank you for gifting the membership. When is your birthday, Anna? My birthday is Halloween. I'm a Scorpio. My daughter is a Sagittarius. Isn't that crazy? We're like right after each other. That is enough. Okay. Anna, who's hosting Jack Show? I think I am. I could be wrong. But John, the last time I was on Jack Show, it was on John's channel, and I basically skipped mine like 2 times in a row, I think. So I believe it's my turn. So Jack Show should be here tomorrow. I can ask the guys, tomorrow, I guess, when we're all talking in the Jack Show chat. So I believe it is my turn. So I probably will see you guys all here tomorrow unless something goes horribly wrong or if I'm wrong and it's not my turn. But yeah, so I have a video that's coming out tomorrow. It is me, talking about how I got body shamed for, I pissed off Twitter because I posted my weight loss journey after having a baby and the internet lost its mind as it always does when I breathe. So that video is going to be up tomorrow. So I hope you guys are all super, super excited for that. I'm excited. You haven't been on Flashcast. I know. I had needed my Saturdays back and I've been, like I said, I had my father-in-law and brother-in-law over and that consisted of 2 Saturdays, and then I was out of town this past Saturday. So yeah, I haven't been on a Flashcast. So yes. Twitter. I know. So and then I needed a break, so I think I took a week off at like the end of May because there was just too much hell going on. So to be fair, I haven't been on many streams. I think I've missed like the last 5 Flashcasts, and I know I missed at least 2 Jack shows. So I've been gone. So I've even missed this show because I've been gone, or I haven't had a roof. So I've been far away. So I will get back eventually. But let's see. If you ever end up in New York, Chrissy does an in-studio guest show now. I know, I've seen it. I've commented in the chat a couple times. I need to meet Chrissy's baby. Also, did you guys all say happy anniversary to Chrissy? It was her and Frank's 2-year anniversary of being married, and I think that's 12 years of them being together. And her little son, her little peanut baby boy, her little bean just turned 1 year old and is walking now. That's so crazy. And actually, guys, is it 2 year or 1 year? It's the 2-year anniversary of me being engaged. Peaches, 2 years ago today, I believe, asked me to marry him. Isn't that crazy? So, crazy. Time goes by so fast. You also haven't been on Trashcast in forever? I've never been on Trashcast. Never been on Trashcast. Mark, thank you for being a member for 27 months. Any plans to appear on Simcast in the future? Chrissy has actually asked me, but again, I didn't have a roof, and then I was out of town, and I was at Lila's show. She asked me this past Sunday, and I was like, I'm actually like with Lila right now, and we sent her a picture of Lila and the baby. So she's asked me a couple times, but I've just been busy, so I haven't been able to make it on. But yeah, if Chrissy asked me, I mean, I can probably do it this Sunday if me and Peaches don't have plans. So yeah, I should be able to. But anyways, you and Courtney Brooke, I hope, can meet on stream on Simcast. I hope I can meet all of the cool people. Okay. You'll be on Jack Show tomorrow. Last ship was boring. I was on Jack Show last week. Anyways, okay, guys. I am all caught up on Super Chats. Let me check Rumble one more time. All caught up there. I didn't know you can have members on Rumble, but apparently I have memberships on Rumble. So I guess go and grab those if you can. I see somebody's gifting them over there. So if you guys want memberships over on my Rumble, go check it out on Rumble. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching on Rumble. Thank you so much for watching on Twitter. If you guys are watching on Twitter, I appreciate all of you. I will be back later. I'll be back tomorrow with the video and possibly hosting Jack Show. So I will see you guys around. Everyone have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And may the force be with you, because we are really, where's this clip? Gonna need it. Bye, everyone.
I'll tell you where I thought I came in the forest, when the lightsaber goes like this and flies off. I said, oh, what a great entrance. Ah! Ray caught it? She hasn't even been to